Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, Monday the 25th of May, 2026. It's a bank holiday. Is it a bank holiday everywhere, or is it just a bank holiday here? Let me know anyway. I've got to show you this. I'm not expecting anyone to do it, okay? But make a May woodland quill. Let's just look at it from the other camera. So just in case you were wanting to do it, here's the instructions. It's quite dark today, by the way. Here's the instructions. Make an oak gall ink and a quill. You will need, and here's what you will need. And then here's like the method. And here is the thing. Quite a nice picture, actually. You will need 10 to 15 oak apples. Oak Apple Day falls on the 29th of May. Okay? Does it say that in our thing? No. But there's some strawberries on there. That's weird. Okay. Oak Apple Day falls on the 29th of May. Oak apples are not fruits, but a type of gall, or gall, a growth formed when a gall wasp lays its eggs in developing leaf buds. That's weird. Oak apples are round and green to brown depending on age and are 2 to 4 centimetres across. These galls are rich in tannin and long prized for making ink. Well, I never. You can make your own oak gall ink, which involves creating an iron solution and a tannin solution. What an absolute cinch that's going to be. Use the oak gall ink with a fountain pen or with a quill that you have made from a feather. I know. And while you're at it, go and recover the Ark of the Covenant. Easy peasy. You will need 10 to 15 oak apples that have turned brown, are perfectly dry and have a small hole, showing that the wasp has left its cocoon. This is fascinating. Pestle and mortar. I do have one of those. 350 millilitre glass jam jar. 1 to 2 iron nails. It's the kind of thing I would kind of expect the Hermit to say to us all. 100 millilitres of cider vinegar. 250 millilitres of water. Coffee filter papers, woodland feather and a sharp knife. You just do not get arrested with this in your backpack, because I don't think it's going to go down very well. What were you doing, Gemma? Well, I was making an oak gall ink and a quill, officer. Do you know what I've always worried about? I don't think we have it here actually, but I know in America if you get I probably can't say the word on YouTube, but you know you have to walk the line. You know, if you get arrested for driving like that, and you know when I look at that line, and you know it's not going to happen to me because I don't actually drink, but I think people have often accused me of being drunk, and I worry because I don't know. It looks quite hard, the sobriety test, when they walk that line. I think to myself, I think I'd struggle with that, especially because you have to follow like physical instructions. And I am not the type that can follow physical instructions. Anyway, should we use the Herb Crafter's Tarot today? Seeing as how this is very, I'm knocking around with a pestle and mortar, and I've got one of those mason jars crammed to the rafters with mother sourdough thingy. You know what I mean. Drop me a comment if you have a proper mother thing for your sourdough. I'm just jealous. I'm just jealous, to be honest. I'd love to do all that stuff, but I'm useless at it. Okay, I did used to buy those little scientist kits for the boys when he was little. Those, like the ones with vinegar. You could make a volcano. The boy liked, he's an Aries, he liked anything that sort of caught fire or was potentially dangerous. And I think I've told you we had like a chemistry set, and we did something with red wax, and it hit the ceiling And I've never painted over it very emotional because it reminds me of the boy. If I'm sitting on the sofa and I look, and he sees it as well, he's like, because we've been in the same place, so he's like, Mum, that's where we did the red wax. It's still there, this little red wax on the ceiling. Let me know if you have anything in your house of your fur babies or your children that has remained. You know how people do, like, they do the lines. I wish I'd done that actually, because I would be able to see them now, but I didn't. Never occurred to me, weirdly. I know. But I would never have painted over them. Although I never painted in here anyway, so hey ho. Right. Apparently I need to do reversals, but there's only one, so we're all good. Right, some of these we're going to know, some of you're going to know them all, I reckon, but I'm not. In reverse, we've got the 3 of Earth, which is 3 of Pentacles, and it's raspberry. Now, we used to grow raspberries when I was little, and I remember picking them in the garden and eating them. But I don't really get on with them now. I find them very bitty when you eat them. They're all full of seeds and bits and whatnot. But anyway, 3 of Pentacles in reverse is about not being able to rely on other people to help you with something. And it's not always bad. Sometimes it just means you need to like walk your own path, walk your own way, you know, do your own thing. Sometimes it can be disappointing but it feels temporary. It doesn't feel like a permanent reversal. It kind of feels very, it just feels like a blip. If they don't want to join in, let them. Next card we get, Madre of Earth. That's Mother of Earth. I think it's the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I did not know this existed. Creosote bush. Once again, medical warning. I am not saying to eat anything of any of it. None of it, because I am not a herbalist. I am the opposite of a herbalist. Mother of Earth, the creosote bush. All I know about creosote is that when I was younger, people's dads used to paint their fences with creosote, and then the sun would go on it, and me and my friends would go and sniff it. And that leaning against a warm creosoted fence is probably one of my most potent memories of young summer. You know, back in the day when you never wore sun cream, you didn't have a water bottle, you went over the handlebars of your bike and you kind of used to just kind of carry on for some reason. And you never went back home until, you know, it got dark or whatever happened, or somebody actually brained themselves and had to go to hospital. But yeah, there was a lot of kind of, and there is, isn't there? You're hanging out with your friends, you're always like between fences and walls and things. And I just remember, and I would get it now, like the smell of a creosote fence. Anyway, Mother of Earth, Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting a message, it's safe to wait for something. That's just what I get for that. It's safe to wait. God, these are complicated. What the hell is that? Then we get Linden. Her jar of earth. I'm going to have to look that up. I literally, that could be the ace. I didn't know this was going to be so complicated, but I sort of did at the same time. Okay, earth. 10 of fire, comfrey, earth. Here it is. What a time not to have my reading glasses. A child weaves a wattle fence with linden branches. Haphazard and uneven, but effective and useful. The Hijar of Earth, I apologise if I'm saying it wrong, loves to take on new responsibilities, a bit like the Queen actually. When faced with difficult work, she chooses reliable allies, but you're not going to because you've got the 3 of raspberries in reverse. Or whatever it is. Sorry. There's a white-haired, quite old guy wearing a ridiculously young hoodie over there, which is a bit weird. Like the branches of this beloved tree, she's flexible, willing and strong. You're very capable, actually, of doing this on your own, I think is what I'm trying to say. For crafting, foraging, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry, I'm not going to recommend it. Building a wattle fencing from young branches, that would be fun. And being flexible with your plants. Fair enough. Then we get the sun. And the sun is the kind of energy that blesses the whole reading. You've got quite a lot of punch packed behind this. You've got energy going in your favour. I love this. This is St. John's wort, which some people say cures depression, but I'm not making that claim. But this is a lift for you, okay? And then finally, Jesus, the Curandera of fire, Damiana. Is this giving me maths face? In a kind of fungi kind of a way. Let's look that one up. Curandera of fire. There's a reason why we haven't had this one out for a while, isn't there? Damiana. Cripes. It's quite cool actually though. I do like this. Curanderous. Air. Oh, they're all... Oh my god, they're done by number, not by element. Oh god, it was just... I have no idea what this is. I don't even know what that... It could be a 2 because there's 2 hands. No, it's not. Oh no. Okay. We could be here some time. Talk amongst yourselves. Fires. Slippery elm. Nasturtium, borage, eucalyptus. Could be a 10. I hate it when they don't just do straightforward things in the books. Because this happens. Cauliflower. Cauliflower? This is why I'm not a herbalist. Here, have a big cauliflower, it'll go away. I did have a friend though who had warts on his hands, and he did use... I think he used to go to like an old woman. He used to do not a curse, but you know, well, like a curse. And also he had a degree in chemistry, so you could say that he was and is a Capricorn, and it worked. He swore by it. So never say never. It's getting very dark here. We're about to have a thunderstorm, I think. Right. Curandera of fire. Tunera diffusia. Love yourself. Indulge yourself with sensual bliss. Gosh. Come home to pleasure, power and passion. Look, I was not getting that from that. I don't know if that's a me thing. I was like... I just wasn't. Gosh. A red crystal vase of Damiana elixir sits on a pink lacy altar cloth. Hello. This has taken a bit of a turn. And I haven't got my reading glasses on for it either. Come on. With a single glass, a beeswax candle illuminates symbols of sensuality. A voluptuous mermaid. A yoni-shaped geode. I'm out of my depth here. I'm just going to say, I am out of my depth. I have friends that would know what all this was, but I am out of my depth. And cowrie shells. Leave me a comment if you know what these are. Copal resin is in the vial and burns from a smoky cauldron. This sounds like one of those phone lines people used to ring. 0898. A yoni-shaped geode. Roses are scattered around fresh cuttings of a Damiana plant. I feel like I need to show you this. It's so weird that the sky's falling in as I'm saying this and there's no light and I haven't got my readers on. And I feel about 170 years old. Not like any kind of yoni-shaped geode whatsoever. Sorry, I'm trying to take this seriously. Oh dear. Oh, here comes the rain. Here comes the rain, people. I love a good rain. An elder woman places her hands on the table, making the shape of the sacred triangle, the gateway to life. curanderia of fire, this is painful, sorry, defies conventional norms. I can hardly see the bloody thing because it's gone like friggin' Mordor out here. Hang on, I'm going to have to use my iPhone torch to read the bugger. This was not part of the plan. I can see it now. She remains whole unto herself, wild and free. She is a champion of female power. Schmexual power. Can't say that on YouTube. She understands the importance, I thought that was thunder, of self-love rituals. Just as Damiana ignites passion, she adores the power of human desire and welcomes sensuality of all times. 0898311. She knows a passionate life comes from living what you love. Thus she honours her creative cauldron with luxurious ceremony. She says, delight in yourself. People are drawn to her vivacious personality. Her counsel brings pleasure and inspires direct action. Goodness, it's a lot. Restore exhausted dreams and pleasures. Make Damiana incense to awaken your senses. Honour your inner power. Build a self-love altar and create a sensual ceremony. And then tell Gemma about it in the comments section. Oh my god. It's peeing down. Indulge in passionate bliss. Make Damiana chocolate liqueur at your own risk. Share it with a lover. Chicka chicka. Or keep it to yourself. Anywho, I think that's quite enough. We might have to put parental guidance on this reading. That was fab. Let me know what you thought of using that one. I'm happy to use Herb Crafter's Tarot again. I think it's an absolute hoot. Absolute hoot. And I will see you tomorrow.